Good afternoon. My name is Brian Gromkowski. I'm one of the Assistant Directors of Graduate Admissions here at William Paterson University, joined here by Michael Yakubov, our Program Director for our MBA program. And he's going to speak at length about the value of an MBA as well as the many benefits of our program here within the Casacos College of Business. But just wanted to say 2 or 3 quick things before I turn it over to him. First, I wanted to make sure you knew if you are interested in our MBA program, if you're giving thoughts to William Paterson, we can matriculate students both for the summer and the fall. So you do not have to wait. There is still time for our summer session. First day of classes is May 23rd, so it goes without saying, if you haven't submitted an application and you're thinking of doing so, I'd encourage you to do that sooner rather than later, so there's plenty of time to get your application in, get a decision, and for you to get started in time for classes for May 23rd. But if that's too soon, if you are looking towards the fall, the first day of classes is September 6th, so plenty of time between now and then. Just wanted to make sure you are aware that both are an option for you as a student considering an MBA here. And with that being said, I know you're not here to hear me speak, you're here to hear Michael speak, so I will turn it on over to him. So Michael, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. And again, on behalf of the Office of Graduate Admissions and myself, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us for the webinar today. I promise that we're going to keep to that half-an-hour time limit because I know you have busy lives and there's things going on today. I want to just make sure that you get the information you need. So again, thank you for joining us. What I want to do is not just talk about our MBA program, but just kind of share about a little bit about the landscape of what makes a quality MBA program and why people are choosing to pursue their master's degree in business administration. So without further ado, I'm going to go through a presentation. You can always use the chat box area to submit questions, and Brian or myself will be able to answer them during the presentation or shortly after. Okay, so if you're looking and thinking about an MBA degree and it's something that's kind of been on the horizon for you and you're finally getting to the point in your career where you want to start thinking about an advanced degree and it's a good time, I really want you to start thinking about what makes a good MBA program. What are the pieces that really help move the needle for you in your career progression? So everyone's at a different point in their life, but an MBA degree has really filled a role in industry, and even industry professionals in the corporate sector and the private sector, nonprofit, have all come back and have shared with us what they're looking for. So really just gaining a good perspective. Here in the image you see a picture of our student pictured with Warren Buffett. As you know, we had an opportunity to take a trip to meet with him through an alumni of ours. We were the only school selected from New Jersey to attend, and it was by invite only. We were very fortunate to go there and spend the entire day with him. And that was just one way of getting exposure to our students, to get access to that professional level, to that executive C-suite level of meeting somebody who otherwise clients are paying thousands of dollars to just set up a meeting for 10 minutes. And our students got to spend an entire day in Omaha, Nebraska with Warren Buffett, and we actually made the Yahoo Finance News because of that. And so it was a wonderful experience for us. And really talking about an MBA degree and what it is about an MBA that's getting you interested as perhaps you're looking to broaden yourself in your industry. We're looking, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the academic outlook, where the job market is today, where it's going tomorrow, what's the personal outlook, why is somebody looking to do an MBA today as opposed to last year or next year. We'll talk about those moving factors and how dynamics are changing, what's happening in industry, and then finally showing and showcasing a little bit about our William Paterson University MBA program. Okay, so you may or may not be aware that last year we launched a fully redesigned MBA program. And in doing that, these are the pieces that we focused on, that we felt as a committee internally and externally after speaking to alumni, to corporate professionals, what is going to be the pieces and ingredients of building a quality MBA program in doing the redesign, and what is it that's going to appeal to prospective students like yourself, to employers, to alumni, to executives, to professionals who are looking to hire, to businesses that are changing, and what are the dynamics and how do we leverage those against our strengths here and make sure that we're providing you a quality program. So We thought about access to research, ability to network, making sure that we keep the value and quality of our accreditation, keeping tuition low and competitive, providing business diversity, so a combination of all different professionals from industry, program flexibility, so you can manage your life, your work, your family, and school, a curriculum that actually lends itself to a multidisciplinary approach where you can apply the skills right away into where you're working today, and then industry connectivity, working with different corporations and access to those resources. Okay, so in doing that, just to showcase what is it that's making MBA programs so appealing and attractive to the marketplace? What is it that's drawing hundreds of thousands of people each year to want to pursue an advanced business degree, and yet only 9% of the marketplace has a master's degree in general? Okay, so let's take a look at some of those factors. Well, one thing that you should be looking at or looking for when you're applying to business schools is identifying and recognizing the type of accreditation that your school has. Now, you may be thinking, why do I care about accreditation? Big part of it is reputation. The accreditation is the guiding principle by which an academic institution or a college of business operates in this case. And AACSB is actually the top accreditation that you can have in business. It's quite often referred to as the hallmark of excellence in business education. And about 5% of schools worldwide are able to attain and maintain AACSB accreditation. We're one of those. In New Jersey, we're kind of spoiled. There are several other institutions in the local metro area that have AACSB accreditation, and we're very fortunate. But if you look at the global landscape, that's not as common practice. So we really pride ourselves on having an accreditation, and alumni and graduates of AACSB institutions look for that when they're looking to hire professionals. So it's one piece of a solid quality MBA program that you should be considering. We also should be talking about and thinking about what is it that you're being taught within the classroom. You don't just want to sit in the classroom and learn theory or case studies that are 20, 30 years old. They may be relevant, but they're not going to bring your thought process into play with the changing dynamics in technology and shifts in industry and new demands that we can relate to. So a quality program blends theory and practical application. What you learn in the classroom can easily be translated to industry. Collaborative learning, learning while you're in the classroom, working with faculty to do research, to be able to participate in different activities on campus and share your thought process with other peers in the institution to kind of have that living and learning environment. And then you'll also see integrative experience. Integrative experience is a way for you to not just translate your skills to industry, but actually have access to work within your industry with a particular company. We have a course called MBA Capstone, Experiential Learning, where our students take on projects and initiatives working with corporate entities or nonprofit entities in industry, solving complex problems for them, and really making that engagement between industry and the classroom. And then again, I mentioned case studies, and really an opportunity. This is a place for you to talk and express your thoughts about business, about industry, about trends in how government is impacting regulation and what's happening in the global diversity. It's an open thought discussion. This is a place of learning and a place where your thought process translates across all of your peers in industry. Another area that you should be considering is theme-based learning. Theme-based learning is really about embedding some type of vision within the curriculum of your program. And when we redesigned our program, we wanted to make sure that we embed themes into our curriculum. So that our MBA program is divided into 3 sections. There are the foundational lower core, there's the content upper core, and then there's the area of specialization or electives. Within that, there's a theme that we built into each. In the lower core, the theme is top-down management. As a manager, as an administrator, as a leader, how do I understand the behavior of all of those fields in business of accounting, finance, marketing, economic, statistics, and other applications? We're not asking you to master them, but we want you to have a broad understanding of how those pieces work and what is the manager's perspective on analyzing those from top down. In the upper core, the content courses mentioned for our MBA program, we ask the theme to be more about strategy and thought process and applying the skills and processes that you've learned to actually implementing something in the career area that you're in. And the third tier, our career area, our concentration area, is focused on moving your expectations to the next level of exposing you to the theory, practice, and then again, learning model of your industry area. So whether you're in accounting, you're in finance, you're in human resources, you're in marketing, whether you're at the early part of your career, the middle part, or at the tail end of your career, there's always new things that you can learn, and we wanted to create a program that allows our students to be able to adapt and allow the program to adapt as well to the industry and to our student needs at any level of your career. Okay. You'll also mention here, it talks about assurance of learning. That has to do with our accreditation. We have to ensure that what we practice and what we preach is one and the same. So we track through data the success of our students that are graduating, that are in the program, and the areas of learning that we have expectations for you to learn. Okay? And we also have a lot of different resources that I'll touch on in just a moment. Just a couple more things that you should be considering when you're looking at MBA programs. Look at the program's intent and what the focus of the program is. Although our MBA program is not a global MBA, we certainly have global elements. Our students have taken trips overseas. We have faculty that are actively engaged. We have faculty that span over 22 different countries just here at the College of Business. The way they teach you is from a global perspective and global impact, how political factors matter, what happens overseas and how it impacts trade locally here, looking at profit margins, looking at nonprofit organizations versus corporate models, understanding how legislation also dictates process and changes in industry and how technology changes and innovates with interruption factors, understanding the theory behind it, and also how to apply the skills that you're learning from that global perspective. And then program flexibility as well, allowing you to be able to be exploratory in your personal goals for your MBA degree. All right, so one other thing that you should be considering in your MBA degree is thinking about the resources. This is a hub here at William Paterson University of innovation, intelligence, of resources available to you. Our library alone has over $10 million in resources through data, applications, systems, books, readings, access to resources. We connect with many other institutions for access. So if you're into research or you're into data and these are moving factors in your business industry, you certainly have everything in one place that you need to be successful. Our own faculty utilize our research at the library to be successful, to keep current. Okay, and you also have an opportunity to work with our faculty. If you wanted to work with faculty on research, we just had a student who presented to the university's Board of Trustee members and the president about his research on the Dominican Republic. And some of the findings that he found were tremendously insightful. So his contribution has now led to more and more individuals enlightened about the Dominican Republic and its economic factors that impact that country. And it was just very, very interesting to have a student work with a faculty member to do this research that may lead to being published. Other resources available: Veteran Services, Women's Center. We have a tutoring center here. The Small Business Development Center is housed in the College of Business. So the opportunities are endless for you to get involved. Just one more thing. When you're looking at a College of Business, particularly pursuing an MBA degree, we should really be thinking about, it's not just about the curriculum. One of the biggest reasons people join colleges of business is they're looking at networking access. They're looking for training, exposure to higher level professionals that they may not get access to in their current industry. They want to be able to get into the consulting area. You may want to teach. You may want to do an internship or join our entrepreneurship competition that we run every year here, or become a member of our MBA student consulting team that works with businesses, connect with alumni. The opportunities are endless, and the College of Business really plays a vital role in making sure that we are developing your skill area in all of these type of niche areas of business development that are expected when you are looking for a College of Business or an MBA program. Okay, and we do also provide you career resources. We don't just put you in here and expect you to just be successful with the academic experience. We want to make sure that you have access to our career development office. We do career fairs. We have networking events. We have professional enrichment events. We have social media events. We have, I mentioned, the entrepreneurship competition. We do mock interview training, resume writing. We do self-branding workshops. We do continued advising for you throughout your career. We'll also allow you to do some job shadowing if you can't commit to an internship. So those are some really nice exposure points for your MBA focus and when you're looking at the MBA programs. Let's shift our attention a little bit to the job market. The job market is obviously really the key in why many people pursue an MBA degree. They want to fit into the needs of the job market. They want to fulfill their abilities and to grow, because in many cases professionals coming out of school with a bachelor's degree are succeeding. They're finding employment opportunities, but they can't move up the ladder as quickly as they thought they would, just because they're running into other professionals that have earned an MBA degree who are leaping them in many of their jobs. So let's quickly talk about career benefits of an MBA degree. First and foremost, an MBA degree is going to give you degree versatility. It's going to allow you to learn all the different skills of business that apply directly into industry. Every company has a marketing department, most likely a sales department, an accounting, finance. They definitely use data to make decision processes. An MBA degree allows you to have those skills really all build a sphere around your career progression and ability to be able to take those skills and apply them into any industry, because it's multidisciplinary. We also have areas of focus. So aside from your MBA degree, William Paterson University's program offers areas in concentration. For example, in marketing, accounting, finance, entrepreneurship, music management, which is unique to us. We are building a program in human resources. There are a number of other areas, including entrepreneurship. You get diversity exposure. Diversity in business. You have students that come from all different disciplines, different backgrounds. We have students from psychology, from engineering, from education. They work in human resources and healthcare and management, in technology. We have students that work for Hilti, Apple, Tiffany & Company, and a lot of local companies that you're familiar with that I'll share with you just a little bit later on. Also, career benefit, you get access to networking, as I mentioned in the previous slide, to C-suite executives that you may never have access to before, but being in this setting, in this culture of business learning, you have access to those individuals through our alumni connections, through meetings, through volunteer opportunities, through multiple different types of networking events, leadership speaker series, and that's something that's been a very huge draw for our students. And then finally, you return your investment, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. Looking at the national landscape, if you really look at those professionals who have earned a bachelor's degree and those who are pursuing or have completed an MBA degree, and you particularly hone in this metropolitan area where we are today, the difference is pretty staggering in the average salary that you can make, and depends also on the type of discipline that you're going into. Now, for example, a bachelor's degree in human resources is about $41,000 on an average. Compared to years of experience with an MBA, you're reaching almost at $100,000. So that's something really to consider, and you should look at different discipline areas related to your area of focus and how that's playing a role in how much money you're leaving on the table without having a master's degree. So let's turn the page a little bit. Let's talk about what employers are looking for in our MBA students. They're looking for really 4 key things. There are certain expectations that they want to know that you have when you finish a master's program. They want to know that you can work in teams, and not just work in teams, but work in understanding process. They want to know that you can critically think. Can you solve problems with data? Do you understand the business landscape? And can you work in a way that's beneficial and profitable to the company? Those are the basic expectations of MBA professionals. They don't want to, employers don't want to bring you on and have to retrain you. They want to know that they can at least have you come in and hit the ground running. And that's really where they value you when they're making you a financial offer to join their company. So that's something really to think about. So let's talk quickly about why people are pursuing an MBA degree. And this is based on our students and also some data we found. Really to advance your earning power. So to really make sure that you're maximizing not just what you make in salary each year, but how much you would be able to contribute to your retirement. And that adds up to about $1 million more of our lifetime in a career than you would if you didn't have a master's degree. How quickly can you pay off your debt and increasing your quality of life? Obviously an MBA degree can provide you greater salary. You can pay off your debt quicker. You can now take on new life initiatives like real estate, growing your family and other things rather than traditionally perhaps not being able to do that. So you really want to focus on that advanced earning power, not just from a financial sense, but from a lifestyle sense. Changes in life circumstances. A recent survey done by GMAC, which is the known entity that puts out the GMAT test and does a lot of research on MBA programs. They studied what it was that motivates people to pursue a master's degree. And 27% of them, and I enjoyed hearing this, they wanted to pursue a new opportunity but lacked the skills for growth. So they haven't been able to compete as much in the marketplace as they wanted to. And part of the reason is that they had also reached that plateau, which is the next one in line there. They haven't been able to progress, move up the ladder. They can move laterally, but they weren't able to grow. Lack knowledge to do a job. So definitely technology is changing and industry is changing. Staying current and relevant becomes harder once the longer you are removed from school. So an MBA degree helps kind of reel you back in and get strengthen those core skill areas. The best one, my favorite, is you realize that you can do the job better than somebody else that has an MBA or has an advanced degree, and you really believe that given that degree, it'll give you that leap to become even more successful. Okay. And then just this tuition assistance is available. Obviously, that is a help, and a lot of companies offer that. That was a factor. And then 23% was personal advancement and need. It's something you've always wanted to do. Okay, so let's really just take a quick look at career advancement. So if you look at the millennial generation right now, they are now dominating the majority of the workforce. And as that happens, majority of MBA professionals are becoming millennials because they want to get those skills and they want to be able to apply those skills to industry. Within the next 5 to 6 years, millennials will dominate the majority of the workforce. So having that competitive skill set to be able to compete with your peers in many cases is going to be essential to your ability to really grow in your career. Okay, just something to think about. Okay. Change in marketplace demands. If you look at the competition and you look at the growth of technology and how it's impacting changes in business, more and more jobs are being substituted with technology. There's changing demands and knowledge. So somebody who used to just be perhaps a machine operator now has to understand how a computer codes the data and then applies it to the machine that that individual is operating. There's a lot of volatility in the marketplace, also in political factors, an emergence of new markets. Social media drove out all printing and print news markets. They had to adapt. The companies like the Star Ledger had to go fully online because they realized that they cannot sustain the grassroots to your door reading because news is no longer controlled. It's now instant. So these are the factors that you have to consider when you're looking at growing your business and growing your personal business, and that is growing your MBA degree and getting a career, that path that you really want to enjoy. Excuse me. A little bit about personal development. It's something you've always wanted to do. It's something that you feel that will help you in your career and your life, and really want to raise your quality of education. You know, you want to make sure that you've accomplished something, not just on an academic level, but on a professional level. So an MBA degree really helps you retain your job, to become known in the marketplace, have the opportunity to leverage yourself in industry, get that promotion you've been vying for. You have an opportunity to help others, to pay it forward, to really establish, you know, something that you've always wanted to do, and do it for your family pride. So these are really great ambitions of why an MBA degree has really been valued in the marketplace for some time. So let's look at industry trends, and this is probably my favorite area to talk about. Let's take a quick look at what's happening in regards to hiring. So these are really 5 areas that I have identified to be key according to the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, in growth markets. IT has continually began to grow and exponentially because new technology is coming into play every day. Financial managers are being sought after pretty highly. Sales has always been at the tier of growth, and you will see, don't let the percentages really define how competitive an area is, because that area may already be well defined, and that's the percentage growth in that particular area. Okay, human resource management is actually the fastest growing industry today through 2024, according to Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, think about it. Every single company has a department that hires, brings on people, trains people, makes sure that all the legal aspects are followed within a company. Human resource professionals have taken a much greater route and role in business industry. So an interesting comparison that I did was looking at Indeed.com, was looking at the type of jobs that are offered in a bachelor's degree level and also a master's degree level. And what I'm really looking for is the titles. Titles are very important, and for millennials they're actually even more important, because they allow you to broaden your scope and broaden your responsibility, have that leapability to another industry. So if you really look at it, and also the salary level, on an average an MBA student graduating is making at least $85,000 to $90,000 a year, and somebody who's just starting out of school with a bachelor's degree is anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000. So I thought this was a very interesting comparison. You're no longer vying for entry-level opportunities as an MBA. You're now looking for more advanced leadership roles. And just again to go back and share with you where some of our students are. We have alumni that work at Tiffany & Company, Goya, Toys R Us, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, UBS, the top 4, Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst & Young, and PricewaterhouseCoopers accounting firms, Sony Entertainment, Columbia Records, I mentioned, Bank of America, Roche Molecular Systems, the state of New Jersey, Hankook Tires, BP, as you may know it as Castrol, Becton Dickinson Company. There's so many different companies that are hiring our MBA professionals, and we're competing equally in industry. All right, and now I'm just going to end with a couple of slides talking about our MBA program, just giving you a sense of what's housed here at the College of Business when I talked about resources. Here at the Cotsakos College of Business, we have the Russberry Institute, which is the top sales training and major at the undergraduate level. It's one of the top sales programs in the country. We have a Global Business Finance Institute, which is an institute for global markets and trading. We actually purchase and have Bloomberg software that we can train you to become a certified financial analyst. We have a Small Business Development Center. We actually have a group of MBA students who have formed a group called Pioneer Consulting that we consult for small businesses, and you can do that as a student and as part of our program. Accounting Society. There's a lot of resources for you to be successful here. Looking actually at our MBA program, as I mentioned to you, our areas of concentration are in general management, accounting, entrepreneurship, finance, which will set you up for to become a certified financial analyst, marketing, and then our unique one is music management. And on the bottom I put coming soon. We're adding a concentration in human resources with hopeful launch for this fall of 2017 semester. Okay. Mentioned to you also, our lower core courses are 18 credits, that's 6 courses, and those may be waived if you have successfully completed the business courses at the undergraduate level. I will work with you to try to identify those. The upper core is 15 credits, and then your area of concentration is 15 credits, and it's a total of a 48 credit program equal for every single concentration area. It's the same amount of credits. Okay. Want to also touch on our faculty. A lot of our faculty are not just full-time professors. They work and do research outside of the classroom. They travel to do their research. They're publishing consistently. They're working with our students. They're actively involved in industry consulting. They have a tremendous amount of value that they bring to the classroom working with our students, and they're engaging. So it's a very comfortable atmosphere. Our classes are about 25 students per class on an average in our MBA program. And you could see some of the wonderful schools that have taught our professors to come here and be able to take the knowledge of Ivy League standard institutions or top-notch business programs and bring all that value to William Paterson University. Okay, just a little bit about the modality of our program. You could start in any semester, summer, fall, or spring, and we are still taking applications for both summer and fall 2017. We offer courses that are face-to-face, starting at 7 p.m. in the evenings, courses that are in hybrid format, which is a blend of online and face-to-face, and about 10% of our courses are delivered in an online format. We do offer courses Saturday mornings if that is convenient for you. It will be mixed in with your evening courses, but it's another point of flexibility. Okay, and again, our students come from a diverse background. Small businesses, they're entrepreneurs, they're undergrads or graduates, they're veterans, they're career changers, they're coming out of education, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, public administration, business, international studies, public policy. MBA programs attract students from all over, all different disciplines, and that's what makes us so desirable to the marketplace. Okay, a little bit about the application process. You may have questions about that. So we require you to submit an application online. We ask for your official transcripts from any other institution other than William Paterson University, because we have those. Please have those sent to us. We would like for you to submit an official professional resume. Okay, we do not ask for letters of recommendation or personal statements, but we do require a GMAT or GRE or LSAT exam if you've taken any one of those, if your GPA is between that 3.18 or lower. Okay, anywhere at 3.2 or higher, we will consider you for a GMAT waiver. All right, so I promised to keep to the time here. It's exactly 12:30, so I wanted to make sure that I give you the information you need. This is my contact information. I really appreciated you joining us today. And again, you can type in your questions into the chat box that you see there, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Or if you don't have any questions at this time, my contact information is here, and I really look forward to working with you. And we hoped to give you a perspective of why an MBA degree is desirable, and what about an MBA degree is so needed in the marketplace, rather than just continually showcase our program. Wanted to show you how it relates to industry. So thank you for joining us.